You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got your full roster of weekly spoilers for Monday, December 8th, all the way through Friday, December 22nd. There is a whole lot happening in Salem leading up to Christmas. We're going to unpack all that for you, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our day's updates. By now, hopefully, if you're watching, I know some of you just listen here and don't watch, but hopefully if you're watching, you've seen Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's episode by now because this video goes live on Thursday. And we've got Theresa feeling a little guilty, about cheating Alex of his dad, but she threw some sex at him and he thought it was okay. And Jada and Stephanie were day drinking, and then Harris showed up. That leads us into what's happening on Thursday the 14th. John stops by to see Marlena at work when she's feeling very overwhelmed, and Nicole and EJ come home and find their dead baby's ashes are there. That awful Dr. Pierce obviously did something so he could deliver ashes, but you can't tell ashes from anything. I actually lost a baby late term in pregnancy, and it's the saddest thing. I have this little urn. It's a blue ceramic baby booty. There's so few ashes. It's heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to have to go pick out that urn. So I don't know how I'm going to handle these scenes. I'll just say that on Thursday. I'm stressed out about watching it already. So Holly asks Tate again to help mess with Chanel to keep her away from the big evening that Johnny is planning to celebrate what would have been their 2-year wedding anniversary. And Xander gets some quality time with his daughter, baby Victoria, and then he drops her back off to Sarah Horton. They're up at the hospital and they have a moment. She admits that she can't stop being drawn to him, and I'm like, yay, because I'm a big Zara shipper. And Paulina is helping Chanel get ready for her big date with Johnny, but then Paulina has some bad news to share. Some people are worried it might be a Paulina health crisis. I think it might be Big Mama, Paulina's mom, but we'll see. As the week closes down, Friday the 15th, Eric and Sloan are kept all night awake because baby Jude, Brady, is crying and looks like he might be sick. That's the thing that we have to talk about in the 2-week spoilers. And Sloan later takes restless Jude out for a walk in his stroller in the park. And then Leo calls to rage at her about Dimitri being sent to federal prison, where, of course, they plan to keep him in solitary confinement. So he can't tell anyone about the baby swap. The problem is Leo knows, and he's still in town. So Sloan's really stressed out while Leo is laying into her, and Sloan steps away from the stroller, and guess who walks up? Well, it's Nicole Walker, and she finds baby Jude all alone. I mean, I don't know how far Sloan goes, but Nicole grabs that baby. She's going to take the baby, and this is going to spill over into next week. And Stephanie and Harris wind up in bed together. She was getting sloppy drunk over the Chad breakup. Harris, it's kind of weird, right? And I cannot imagine Steve Johnson is going to be happy one bit if he finds out that the guy who tried to blow her up with a pizza, maybe blew out her back in bed. We'll see. Maybe they just, shared a bed and slept off the booze, and maybe they didn't do anything, but that doesn't sound like it. I mean, this sounds like one of those, someone's going to turn up pregnant scenarios. Anytime there's some kind of incidental sex, that happens. All right, going into next week, we have 3 undated spoilers and a bunch of dated spoilers. So I'm going to go through the dated spoilers to start with. Monday, December 18th is season 59, episode 81 of Days of Our Lives. And Sloan Petersen is so stressed out over this baby being stolen, and she's actually ready to confess that she stole the baby from Nicole. But then, obviously, she's called the police because Harris Michaels says they have a lead on the kidnapper who took baby Jude. Well, EJ knows who took baby Jude because he runs into Nicole and she's got the baby. And Nicole tells EJ that she took him because Sloan walked away from the kid, abandoned him, whatever. EJ wants to take that baby back ASAP. And says that she is going to upset Sloan. She is going to upset Eric, this is going to be a mess. And, EJ knows she's spiraling, but it's just ironic that she stole her own baby that had been stolen from her. Tuesday, December 19th is episode 82 of season 59. Stefan is really upset when he tells Ava what Clyde did. So already in the week we're in, Clyde has sent a big old batch of drugs over to the bistro and told them to get them sold. Stefan's like, the guy needs to die. So it sounds like Stefan and Ava might not move the shipments like he wants because Clyde sends a warning by having Gabi Hernandez attacked in prison. And of course, that was the thing that Gabi was most scared of because the last time she was incarcerated at Statesville, also for a crime she didn't commit, she was beaten so brutally that she can no longer have children. Because of this mention and this attack, I think we're getting closer and closer to the reveal of the Gabi recast actress that I am very certain is coming soon. So also on Tuesday, Harris is trying to make amends with Ava for the Stephanie thing. So I don't know if Ava catches them or if Harris just decides to proactively admit it, that he woke up in bed with another woman. But really, Ava, I think, might actually be understanding because she's stolen his keys and she's running a drug operation behind his back. So what's a little casual drunken sex compared to the horrible things she's doing? Wednesday, December 20th, we've got Andrew Donovan back on the scene. I love seeing him. Looks like we're not going to get his boyfriend, just him. And he's there to confront Theresa Donovan about kidnapping baby Victoria. And Black Patch had asked Shane Donovan to use ISA assets to look at the cameras around the park. And it sounds like that task fell to Shane's son, Andrew Donovan, who saw his sister and is like, crap, what is she doing now? Because this is typical Theresa behavior. Andrew's going to keep her secret. I just wonder if Teresa's going to tell him that she was blackmailed into it, or she's going to reveal the extent of what she has done by stealing Xander's inheritance and giving it to Alex, the guy she's currently boning. We'll see. Thursday, December 21st, season 59, episode 84, a day of flashbacks. Flashbacks all day. You get a flashback, you get a flashback. Everybody gets a flashback. Flashback people include Kayla and Steve and John and Marlena and Kate and Roman. So the three couples, we're getting memories, I'm guessing, from Christmases past. I don't know. That's the only spoiler for Thursday. I hope we have some current storyline action and not just, an hour of flashbacks. But, we get what we get from Ron Carlovati, and I don't think he cares if we pitch a fit. So Friday, December 22nd, season 59, episode 85. It's time for Christmas in Salem. Everybody gathers at the Horton House. They should enjoy it now because it's going to be Horton House Flambe in a few weeks, according to the day of days promo. At some point, the house is going to go up in flames, at least the living room, with Julie and I think Chad is at her side looking completely shocked. But for now, the house is flame free and everybody's gathering around the Christmas tree. Maggie Horton brings that creep Constantine with her. Oh, I hope they don't give him an ornament, and I hope Julie gives him some serious side eye. She usually doesn't suffer fools, and Constantine is a huge lying fool. Sarah Horton is there, and she brings along Xandy and their baby Victoria, and that's really sweet. I love it. I hope Xander gets an ornament too, but I'm sure some people aren't going to be too happy to see him there. All right, now let's talk about the undated spoilers. The first says someone prepares for a diagnosis at Christmas. So Paulina has shared bad news with Chanel. So it could be about her or about her mom, but other spoilers hint that it might be Baby Jude because the swap needs to come out somehow and the kid was up late crying. But I don't know if they're going to go straight from kidnapping to medical crisis with this kid, but they might. We'll see. A love triangle spends a holiday in someone else's home. And initially, some people had mentioned maybe this is Everett and Chad and Stephanie at Julie's, but that would be weird that those invitations issue when Stephanie and Chad just broke up, but you never know. Julie can be a pot stirrer, but I tend to think it might be Brady and Theresa and Alex over at the Kyriakis mansion instead. So we'll see. And somebody's left to celebrate Christmas alone. What kid gets neglected? I mean, really, there's three choices. And two of those choices are Brady's kids. Is Brady going to neglect Rachel, or is Brady going to neglect Tate? Or is Holly going to be left alone to celebrate Christmas because Nicole is, I don't know, in a padded room at Fairview, or having to answer police questions about why she kidnapped a baby? I don't know. It's going to be awkward, and it's really sad. Holly already had Thanksgiving pretty much alone, so we'll see what happens. All right, that's everything we have for the week of December 18th through the 22nd for Days of Our Lives spoilers. If you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates, and definitely come back soon because we're here talking days all week long, 7 days a week. And as always, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.